Today we are at Clobberin Comics in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. It's the local comic book store, and now we're going to walk inside.
Welcome to Clobberin Comics. Come on in. So you have found yourself at Clobberin Comics in Shepherdsville. We are a full-service comic book store with all kinds of fun stuff to include Pokemon and action figures. So we've been here for almost 2 years as of March 15th, so we're coming up on our anniversary. And we'd like to talk to you today about the different kinds of comic books, the ages, and the difference between graded books and raw books. So I've got Hunter here, he's going to help me out today. So the first thing we're going to talk about is Golden Age books. And Golden Age books almost always are 10 cents or less. They're a bigger format, and usually were made before 1959. Now a lot of those books don't have superheroes, but there are Golden Age books, another 10 center, that do have superheroes. So that's DC. Now this is called a key issue. This is Journey into Mystery, but this is the first appearance of a character. In this case, it's the first appearance of the Destroyer. So these are, like I said, a key issue in which a new character, a new suit, first meeting, right? And those are books that we like to hang on to. This is also a key issue. This is one of my favorite books that we have here. This is X-Men 14. This is the first appearance of the Sentinels. Again, this is a key issue, and with the 12 cent, that means it's from the Silver Age. 12 centers are from the Silver Age, my favorite age in comic books. So after Silver, we kind of get into the modern age. And a good modern age example is, of course, everybody's favorite, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now this book is kind of cool because it is the first time that the Turtles were drawn with different colors. It is also the first appearance of Bebop and Rocksteady as human beings. That's kind of cool, right? You like Bebop and Rocksteady? Yeah. Now, this one is my favorite. This is my favorite book here, and I'll tell you why. All right. So this book is graded. We have sent this off to a grading agency, and they have assigned it a score of an 8.0, and it has white pages. But this one is special because it has a yellow label. And what that yellow label means is that someone has signed this book. So this book is special because it's the first appearance of Cyborg, Raven, Starfire, and the new Teen Titans as we know them, right?
I'll get you both in it.
Mm-hmm. But it's also signed by George Perez, who is the artist. So here's another example of a yellow label book. This one is signed by Japanese watercolorist Peach Momoko, right? And it is graded at a 9.2, so it is in better shape than the other book at an 8.0. All right. Now another thing that we have in the industry is called a facsimile. All right. So this book, and I'll give that to you, originally came out in 1938. Is that right? Yeah. Well, anyway, but this is what's called a facsimile. It is a reprinting of it, but it is exactly like it was. All of the ads are the same. They didn't change or add anything to the pages. It is a 100% original facsimile. So, and that's the difference between a reprint and a facsimile. A facsimile still have all the same art. Now, some people like to read collected editions, and that is with more than one book between the pages. This is called a trade paperback. A trade paperback collects anywhere from 5 to 8 comic books in one book, and it usually tells a whole story arc. So you'll get a nice 8 issue story. This one's called Ain't No Grave, written by Scotty Young. It is so much fun. Now, let's say you want a little bit more. You know, look at this. This can collect up to 25 books, and it's called a compendium. So if you take a bunch of trade paperbacks and put them together, you get a compendium.
It will flip through it.
Yeah.
Kind of show the depth of it.
And look at all those pages, huh? How many stories do you think are in there?
Probably 1,000.
Close to. It looks like 1,000 pages, doesn't it?
Wow.
Now, even bigger than that is an omnibus. An omnibus, feel how heavy that is. An omnibus can hold up to 50 issues and is the best thing to press your comic books.
Wow. Wow, very cool.
Yeah, and so with these, you can get whole story arcs, and I'll take this one. You can get whole story arcs in one book, and it'll save you the time and trouble of gathering up 50 books.
Interesting. So there's literally 50 comics in that?
So there can be. This one is a little bit short of that. Yeah, but it's this is also hardcover. So again, and then the other one being a trade paperback. That means it's actually paper is the cover. So this one is a little sturdier. Where this one, as you can see, kind of it's got a little flimsier. But
Very cool. Very cool.
all right, hooray! Now we have graded comic books and key issues on this wall, and you can see all of the graded comic books up here. And then we have new issues on that wall, and that's all of the stuff that has come out recently. We have 8 different local artists on our wall, to include these pictures up here. That's actually the GoBot bad guy named Psykill, and that is the artist.
Oh, right here?
Yes.
Do you care to be in the video?
No.
Okay, awesome. You want to talk about your art?
Well, so I'll give you a little. So this is Luis, and I'll leave it. But he has I'll show you some of his artwork.
Pretty awesome.
He has given us some of amazing covers. Now I want you to. This is one of a kind. He painted that on there. This cover was blank. There was nothing on there.
So it was just a white.
It was
white
just.
sheet?
It was yeah. It was just like this.
Very interesting.
And you look at that. That is amazing. I haven't seen that one.
You want to talk about yourself a little bit, or?
Just one day, my wife said, "Hey, pick up a pen and do something with it." And I don't draw. I paint.
Look at
I
that.
paint the cover. So yeah, just go at it. You know, if I make a mistake, I just paint over it.
Very awesome.
And it comes up with something like that. I did those 2 paintings are on top of it on the wall.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, I mean.
Do you put your magazines or your paintings anywhere else?
No. It's just exclusive to him, and that's it. It's just my hobby. I don't really consider it to be a business because once it becomes business, then I'll lose interest in it.
But you can actually pick up his artwork
I
here.
mean, that back one's one of his too.
Yep.
Wow,
Isn't that not gorgeous?
that's the detail is incredible.
Yep. And like I said, so you can pick these up. Now we're kind of weird. I don't know what to tell, like what to charge for other people's art. So you actually pay what you want for these.
That's a one of one, right?
It's a one of one. We'll never see another one.
Yeah.
But we do that for all local artists. We offer free blank books, and then they can, if they want to turn them back into us, we'll try and sell them. If they want to display them at the library, we have a thing set up for local artists by Clobberin Comics.
Okay,
So they
is
have
that
books on
during
display.
that every day or?
Yeah, it's a display in the what do they call it? The community wing of the library.
Okay,
There's some glass display cases that we've set up with books by local kids. We get, kids 6 and 8 years old just trying their hand at it. It's
Yeah.
awesome.
pretty awesome.
And like this was, and I'll give him a shout out. That was done by a 12-year-old kid. Is that not crazy?
It's really good.
The talent's there, man. So, but yeah.
So is there comics in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. So this one is a facsimile of Fantastic Four #1. So that is the very first Marvel superhero comic. It features the Fantastic Four and Mole Man, who's the OG bad guy. Gets no love though. Why does Mole Man get no love? So I like to joke that collectors have origin stories just like superheroes, and I have an origin story of my own. I'm an army brat, and I was living in Germany, and a soldier had gotten orders to go back to the States and didn't want to haul his comic books, so he threw them in a dumpster. And I remember I was taking out the trash, and I looked in the dumpster, and there were 3 long boxes in there. And I was like, man, I'm gonna fish those out. And so at 10 years old, man, I'm in and out of a dumpster, and we were on the 5th floor, so I carried them up, 50 stairs, and I finally get them upstairs, and I remember cracking them. And Marvel Tales 199. It had Spider-Man and Daredevil on the cover, and to this day, it's still one of my favorite books. But yeah, so I fished my first comic books out of a trash can. Now that was Germany in 1980, 1988 maybe, 1987, something like that. So, fast forward, love affair of comic books.
So when you were growing up, who was your favorite character?
Oh, so Spider-Man and Daredevil. I like street level vigilante style heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a Batman, give me a Nightwing, give me a Night Thrasher, give me a Moon Knight, Power Man and Iron Fist. The Defenders. I like Spider-Man's New York. Was if I could pick a place and time to live in any fictional place, it would be Spider-Man's New York, right?
Very awesome.
Because it's just it's riddled with awesome bad guys and even better good guys. And not to hit on DC, because I'm a big Batman and Nightwing fan. In fact, Nightwing is Dick Grayson is probably my favorite DC character without a doubt, but maybe overall. And if you said, Clinton, if there's one book that you could have, it would be Detective Comics 38, first appearance of Nightwing, or first appearance of Dick Grayson as Robin.
Very awesome.
So yeah, but right now, I'll be honest, I read more indies than anything, but that's neither here nor there. Because we're still getting the best stories, the best concept, the best art. That's why TV and movies that constantly, because they're coming back to comic books every time. Give us something fresh, give us something new, and they don't disappoint. You guys are going to learn about Something's Killing the Children. That's going to be big. Things like Department of Truth. These are the conceptually amazing ideas, and they're all in the independent comics. Ribbon Queen. We've seen Umbrella Academy and how well it did. And there's more stuff like that coming down the pipe every day. So it's an exciting time to be in comic books.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you said you wanted to talk about some of these
Oh
comics.
yeah.
over here.
So speaking of, and we're gonna take a little nostalgia. So everything old is new again, right? So we have a new G.I. Joe reboot. Right. This is of course the Baroness as a Joe. She's been recruited by Duke. Right. It is also part of the Energon universe, which is a shared universe between Transformers and G.I. Joe. So it is finally, we are getting an intertwined universe. This is an example of manga in comics. Now if you look, this is actually, this is the spine. And you read this like manga, but it is in comic format. This of course is the first Cowboy Bebop, Spike Spiegel, maybe maybe the coolest character in all of fictiondom. You know, he's Bruce Lee, basically, right? Terminator, right? Hooray, hooray. Maleficent got her own book. You know, she was just painted bad. Gargoyles, you remember Gargoyles?
I do.
Oh, that's no good. Bye, Maleficent. Do that. Darkwing Duck,
Oh yeah.
right? Space Ghost, rocking from coast to coast, baby.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
DuckTales.
Now this is one I know you were. So they took the two raunchiest, right, and put them together. I remember I love some Mad Balls. Yeah, Thunder, 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 Thundercats, looking great. This is actually a really good read too. Monster High. Anything and everything is comic books. Okay, now this one's kind of interesting. All right, so I want to talk a little bit about public domain and what that means. All right. So this is an homage cover. An homage means that it is made to look like another famous comic book cover. In this case, this is an homage to Spider-Man 316, which is the first full cover appearance of Venom. Now, in this case, this is Do You Pooh, and it's Winnie the Pooh dressed as Deadpool. And this is Willie, which is Steamboat Willie, who has been venomized. Now, both of these characters are now public domain. And what that means is that it's been 60 years since the author has passed, and anyone can use and write with these characters. They're not owned by anyone. So other would be like Huckleberry Finn, Tom Sawyer, all of these are public domain. Sherlock Holmes, anyone can use those characters. So this is the first that I've seen using Steamboat Willie, which has recently become part of public domain. Not all of Mickey Mouse, just the Steamboat Willie version. So this is an homage, but it also deals with characters in the public domain. Conan actually recently became public domain, and when he did, Marvel decided to kill him off. They said, we will not share. we'll put him in the dirt, and that's 100% what they did.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So they won't bring him back?
No, because now other people can use Conan, and they do. So there's a company out of England called Titan Comics who has done Conan the Barbarian, and man, it is exactly what you're looking for. Swords, sorceries, heads will roll, the cries of your the vanquished, like
So
it's all there.
With them getting rid of Conan, what does that mean?
So they had put him in. They'd actually brought him to the Marvel Universe current, and had put him in a team of Avengers called the Savage Avengers, and then they actually killed him in Savage Avengers #1 Volume 2. They had the death of Conan.
Very interesting.
Yep. So they don't, like I said, they don't play. But yeah, it's a fun time in comic books watching some of these older books get a second take and a new breath.
Do you plan on opening any other stores?
Yeah, so we have two locations, or we opened our first location in Elizabethtown in 2020, and so that one is going strong. It's downtown Elizabethtown, close to Poppy's Tacos. Shout out to Poppy's Tacos, they are amazing. You gotta make taco hands. Poppy's Tacos.
About where in Elizabethtown is it?
So it's downtown, right next to the traffic circle.
Okay.
So yeah, you can actually park in the municipal parking for the courthouse, and then walk over to it. It is 2,200 square feet, something like that, and they have so much selection.
Wow.
They've been there for 5 years.
So that was your first store?
Yes, and then
Very
we were kind of looking in the basement one day, and we were like, man, we got a lot of books down here, and it was time for a second store.
Awesome.
And there used to be a comic book store in Hillview, Pet Shop, but it closed in 2017. So this community had to be transient for a long time in the search of books. You go up to Louisville and you deal with those guys, or you got to go down to E-Town and to Clobberin Comics in Elizabethtown.
As a comic book store, does your business collaborate with other, like The Great Escape and all that kind of stuff?
So Not outside of cons, not so much. I mean, we have stores that you know, that we try to help. Sure. There's some stores in Indiana that you know, we trade exclusives with. But yeah.
Awesome.
But yeah, we always say that the table's big enough for everybody to eat. But we're young pups in the game too, guys like Comic Book World. I mean, they've been around for forever.
Oh yeah.
You know, the Destination, the Great Escape, Half Price Books, all those great comic book stores. But we're not trying to be more than that, right? We're not doing the vinyl and the video games and the figures. We sell Pokemon cards. We have some loose ones and some mystery packs for the kids, but man, we're just down and dirty, back stock. Like, if you're looking for books, man,
Well, see,
it's the spot.
from what I noticed though, just from me when back in the '90s when I was growing up, you know, this is nostalgic. Like,
Yeah.
you walk in here and it feels like you're in the '90s again. You know.
I tell my wife all the time, man, I love the smell of Silver Age comic books, and I tell my wife, if they made a Silver Age perfume, you smell like a 12 center all the time, baby. I just smell like Daredevil #6.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely that unique smell to it.
Oh, I love it, man. It's just, yeah, it's something else, and there's nothing better than walking into an old bookstore and just, you know, that kind of musky funk hits you.
Yeah, that's definitely something that I miss is the old bookstores
Yeah.
because they're going away, you know.
Yeah. So, to my understanding, when they print off a one per store for a comic, there's only 2,500 printed. So that's to say that there are less than 2,500 comic book stores left.
Oh wow.
Man, and think about that. I mean, $2,000 across 50 states. I mean, that's what, 50 per state. I mean, and shoot.
Well, I know. I mean,
Yeah.
just even with my kids, they want to buy everything online, but there's just something nostalgic about going into a store
Oh, yeah.
and physically touching it. You know.
Oh, 100%. Now, my wife says I have paper problems, but physically holding the book means more to me than anything, right? You know, I've always had a stack of comics on my nightstand, and that'll never change. I've read digital books, especially the older ones that, like, I don't want to touch. I have a Daredevil #1. But it's graded and encased, and I can't read it. And even if I could, I wouldn't take it out and handle it. So there's a place for digital comics, but for me, it's the tactile need to actually hold something and smell something, and, you know, hold your place. And,
Yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully that I mean, the nostalgic, you know, look and feel of a comic book never goes away. You know.
yeah, and I really hope that's the case. Especially because the like I said, the medium creates still the most compelling art around, and not just art as in what you're looking at, but the stories and the concepts. No one is pushing the envelope like comic books, and that's been the case since the 1930s. You know, even so, like I give you an example. So EC was 1950s. Crime and horror, right? And it's actually because of these guys we got the comic book code. They were doing some crazy stuff, right? You know, faces dripping because the acid poured on them, and just terrible stuff. But they've made a comeback. EC is now back. They're doing Cruel Universe. They're doing what's the other one? Hold on. Shocking Tales and Epitaph of the Abyss. Like, you know, what was old is new again, man, and I'm here for it. You know, we're going back to the put out there what you want, man, even if it's hard to swallow. You know, and we'll let free speech decide and the market decide, you know, what stays and what goes, and so I'm here for it.
Oh yeah.
Lots of old stuff coming back.
Most definitely. Well, I mean, I appreciate the video, and
And if you want, so we do have 8 different local artists on the wall.
okay.
Like the Deadpool and the Iron Man, those are done by Bill Hood out of Louisville, great guy. Let's see, this was actually Ultimate or Absolute Wonder Woman done by John Boy Myers, just got those in today. John Boy is a really acclaimed comic book artist and We've been lucky enough to get a bunch of prints signed by him. See what else we have. Some Alex Ross's. Oh, so that Joker is actually done by my friend and business partner.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. You know?
He runs our Elizabethtown store. He was a art major at Georgetown.
And is that currently for sale or
Yeah, absolutely, $600.
$600? Wow.
And that is an homage to a very famous Detective Comics cover, Detective Comics 880, done by an artist who goes by the name of Jock.
And just so people know, what's the approximate size of it?
Oh man, if I was guessing, say what, 4x6, 4 foot by 6 foot,
All right. And you said $600?
$600. Yeah, absolutely.
Nice.
Yep. And then we have Geigen. That's done by a guy. He goes by the name of Pansy Inc. He is a very talented tattoo artist out of Elizabethtown.
Very cool.
So yeah. Yep. And we have toy sales twice a year. We have a bunch of toys in the back that we will cover all of the comic books up with.
Okay.
So we do that in July, and then we do it again in December.
Are those newer toys or?
It's a little bit of everything, man. And we got OG Star Wars figures to like Turtle stuff, the NECA stuff that just came out.
Oh wow.
So, but yeah, every year we do a toy drive in December.
Okay.
So
You'll stockpile that until December.
and then so when we do cons, we'll take the toys out. We don't do too many conventions though.
Did you want to show a little bit of that? I mean, maybe, and that way people know to come and look at it. And
Man, we can kind of do the.
if you want me, I'll pause it.
So if I were guessing, I would say that we have somewhere close to 250 to 300,000 sorted and searchable comic books. It's a little disheveled right now because we're dropping a bunch of new stuff, but we have organized boxes everywhere. So anything you're looking for, we can find pretty fast. This is definitely, I mean, you ever try to sort 300 things and put them in a row, you'll know how difficult that is, but it is truly a labor of love. And our boxes, these bins are filled with killer books, man. This is not filler in these bins. This is the stuff that we want people to see. And I love watching guys mine because the good stuff really is in here. And yeah, we actually had one cat come in and he said, where does Marvel start? And it starts all the way at the end. And he looked at every book, turned the corner, looked at every book, and went to the indie section and looked at every book.
Like literally every one of them?
Every single book. And when he was done, he was like, thank you, I really appreciate that. And I'm like, I have never seen anyone attack the whole store, man.
Yeah.
It was awesome to watch. But he was here for 3.5, 4 hours. So
Wow, nice.
it took him a little while. And I imagine, man, the digits were, because you can only do this for so long, you know?
Oh yeah, very true. All right. 3.
Yeah, I was just wondering, like, how much is this, or what can you tell me about it?
All right, so we got us here. DC Comics presents number 26. It's graded in 8.0 by CBCS.
Okay.
You know who CBCS is?
Yeah. Like a grading company?
Well, it's one of the several grading companies out there. You have CGC, CBCS.
Yeah.
But let's see. Overall, this is a first appearance of Teen Titans with Starfire and Nightwing. It's also signed by George Perez, and that's why it has a yellow label. If it wasn't signed by George Perez, it would have a blue label.
Okay.
Letting you know that it's a universal grade. So currently we're asking $368 for it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure we can get with the shop owner, see if we got any deals running today.
Yeah, we'll do some deals for maybe $350, you know?
Yeah, let me check with him real quick, and I'm pretty sure he'll go for $350.
All right, cool.
Wow, today has been an amazing day. I got the chance to film my first video at a business. Somebody actually believed in me. I've been cold calling for almost a week now, trying to find somebody just to give me a chance. And I finally found the place. I want to say thank you to Clobberin Comics in Shepherdsville, Kentucky for the chance to make this video today. I appreciate the trust they had in me just to let me, a rookie, trust me, a rookie, film this vlog with them. This took a lot of courage on my part and a lot of trust on their part. Like I said, I've been calling many places because I have so many ideas. I'm just trying to get out there. I'm not the most confident person, but I'm putting myself out there because I want to provide for my family, and I know I could do this. When Clobberin Comics said yes, I honestly couldn't believe it. I sat at my kitchen table for probably 5 to 10 minutes, just going over the fact that they actually said yes. I was like, wow, now I have to produce this video. And I've never done it before. But I believe in myself, and I'm like, I can do this. I'm just going to go in there and I'm going to knock this out. I'm going to promise them a product, and I'm going to provide that product. It's all it takes is courage. You don't have to be the best at it, but you have to be confident. That's that's the first part of this. You have to be confident. So one more time, I want to say thank you to Clobberin Comics in Shepherdsville, Kentucky, for this opportunity. Clobberin Comics has 2 locations. One's in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. That's where I was today. And the other one's in Elizabethtown, Kentucky. Shepherdsville is like a shepherd with sheep. That's how you spell it. So if you don't live in Kentucky or you don't live anywhere nearby Shepherdsville or Elizabethtown, then you're probably not familiar. Just go on Google, type in Clobberin Comics in Kentucky. If you want to be specific, type in Shepherdsville or Elizabethtown. And if you're in the area, visit one of the stores. These people have a lot of knowledge when it comes to comics. And if you're looking for a certain comic, or if you really like a certain character, then give them a call. Let them know what you're looking for, and they're going to help you. These people, just like you saw in the video, have a lot of knowledge when it comes to the comic book world. So, anyways, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then please do. Look down below. Push that subscribe button. Be a part of the family. Be a part of this channel. I have a lot of things planned for the future. So, be a part of the family. It's really just easy. Stay tuned. Like and share this video. Tell people about the channel. There's a lot of really good entertainment for pretty much anybody. I think you're going to like it. So once again, subscribe to the channel. If you already have, thank you. If you're subscribing right now, thank you. Like and share as much of my content as you would like to. If you want to spend all day watching my videos and shorts, then I very much appreciate it. And if you look in the comments, I have a website that's pinned. It's called Buy Me a Coffee. that's where you have a chance to donate to the channel. There's no obligation, but if you would like to donate any amount, then please do. Most of your money will go to the channel. Some of it will go to me for lunch. I do have 5 children, so some of the money will also go to them. And it'll go to living expenses as well. I mean, I got to survive, right? I do have a day job, but I really want to focus as much of my time as I can on this channel because I want to provide quality entertainment for all of you. And if you can help fund that, I can buy better equipment. And with better equipment, that means more and better quality entertainment for you to watch. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, and share. I really do appreciate you. I know that you have a lot of choices when it comes to YouTube. A lot of choices on where you can spend your time. Your time is valuable and it means a lot to me. So when you spend your time with me on this channel and you take the time out of your day to watch my videos or even my shorts, you're spending your valuable time on me, and that means the world to me. So once again, thank you. Thank you again to Clobberin Comics for letting me film this video. I'm Joey, and this is my channel, Joey Said It. Thank you, and have a nice day. Talk to you later. Bye.